How tough is China's new generation amphibious armored vehicle family? What kind of technological innovations and tactical transformations are hidden behind the assault guns and anti-tank launchers that will be revealed on the internet in 2025? Facing the threat of M1A2T tanks and roving missiles in a southeastern province, is the Type 05 amphibious vehicle family already showing fatigue? Can the new generation of equipment completely rewrite the rules of amphibious landing combat by virtue of the advantages of informationization and firepower integration? The development of China's amphibious combat forces has always been closely linked to national security needs. From the early years of the founding of the country in difficult conditions, the People's Liberation Army began to build 072 series, 073 series of landing ships, and synchronized development of 63 type amphibious tanks, 77 type armored personnel carriers, and other first-generation amphibious equipment. These equipment in a particular historical period played an important role, but limited by the level of technology and design concepts. In the face of modern defense systems exposed slow speed, weak protection, insufficient firepower and other fatal flaws, especially in the context of the complexity of the situation in the Taiwan Strait, the traditional amphibious equipment has been difficult to adapt to the needs of high-intensity landing operations. This predicament in the early 21st century ushered in a breakthrough shift. 5-type amphibious armored vehicle family came out, marking China's amphibious combat forces into the systematic development stage. Based on the unified chassis development of the series of equipment, covering assault guns, infantry fighting vehicles, self-propelled howitzers and other more than a dozen types of derivatives. To build a complete amphibious combat system, its most prominent high-speed performance of 25 km per hour on the water is still the peak of the world's active equipment, with the 072 landing ships, over-the-horizon landing tactics, dramatically shortening the exposure time of the beach landing. However, as time goes by, this equipment born at the beginning of the century is gradually showing the limitations in the field of drone swarming combat, intelligent patrol bomb threat, information technology confrontation. 05 type vehicle family design architecture has been difficult to fully adapt to the new battlefield environment in the 2020s. February 2025 network exposure of a certain type of amphibious assault gun unveiled a new generation of vehicle family mystery. Analyzed from the appearance, the new chassis continues the classic layout of Type 05, gliding hull and water jet propulsion, but is deeply optimized in the details. The most striking thing is that its 105mm main gun cancels the muzzle retractor, adopts a new type of thermal sheath and digital fire control system, realizing the dual capability of direct fire and curved fire. This design shift reflects the evolution of tactical thinking, no longer emphasize the single-mounted assault guns and enemy main battle tanks head-on confrontation, but rely on the system to support the implementation of precision strikes. Subsequent exposure of anti-tank missile launchers in March confirmed this trend. Equipped with a vertical launch system of the Red Arrow 20 missiles, can be 20 kilometers away from the precision hunting M1A2T such heavy armored targets, so that amphibious forces have over-the-horizon anti-armor capabilities. The technological leap of the new generation of vehicle family is not only reflected in the firepower unit. The construction of its informationized combat system shows a revolutionary breakthrough. The inter-vehicle data chain and Baidu 3-generation navigation system of the depth of fusion, so that a single vehicle can receive real-time UAVs, AWACS, satellites and other multi-source battlefield information. This leap in situational awareness capabilities, together with the new anti-tank missiles of the long-range strike radius, completely changed the tactical mode of the traditional amphibious landing. When the 05 type vehicle family still need to rely on high-speed beachcombing to shorten the exposure time, the new generation of equipment has been able to launch the first wave of precision strikes 15 to 20 kilometers away from the shore and the sea, to open up a safe channel for the follow-up troops. In terms of protection performance, the new chassis through modular armor designed to achieve a leap in protection effectiveness. According to foreign media speculation, its basic level of protection compared with Type 05 increased by 30% after adding additional armor can withstand 30mm armor-piercing shells on the front. More critical is the introduction of active protection systems and optoelectronic countermeasures equipment can effectively respond to the threat of anti-tank missiles and cruise missiles. This design concept of offensive and defensive integration makes the new generation of vehicles have stronger battlefield survivability in the face of complex defense systems. From the perspective of combat formation, the new generation of vehicle family is moving towards decentralized, distributed kill direction of evolution. The traditional assault gun as the core of the linear assault mode is being replaced by assault guns, anti-tank missile vehicles, unmanned aircraft mother car, electronic combat vehicles, etc. composed of a net-like combat group. This transformation not only enhances the system's anti-destructive capability, but also realizes exponential growth in combat effectiveness through multi-domain synergy. For example, anti-tank missile vehicles in the drone-guided implementation of over-the-horizon strikes, electronic combat vehicles for electromagnetic suppression, assault artillery clusters take advantage of the opportunity to quickly seize the beach to establish a bridgehead. Although the new generation of vehicle family shows significant advantages, but completely replace the 05 type still need time. The current exposure of the assault gun, an anti-tank missile car is only the tip of the iceberg of the huge car family system. The follow-up will appear amphibious infantry fighting vehicles, command vehicles, rescue vehicles and other supporting models. It is worth paying attention to. The new infantry fighting vehicle may use unmanned turret design, integrated 30mm chain gun and anti-tank missiles in the firepower density and protection performance to achieve a better balance, and the command model may be equipped with tactical edge computing nodes, becoming the nerve center of the amphibious contingent. At the logistics level, the new generation of vehicle family continues the tradition of modular design. Power pack replacement time is 40% shorter than Type 05, and the generalization rate of key components is more than 85%. This design not only reduces the difficulty of maintenance, but also makes the front-line repair efficiency increase 2 times. In the race to the landing operation, equipment regeneration ability often determines the success or failure of the battle. In addition, the new power system maintains a speed of 25 knots on the basis of fuel efficiency increased by 15%, significantly enhancing the combat radius. Facing the future battlefield, the real value of the new generation of vehicle family lies in its open architecture design. The reserved electrical interface and data bus lay the foundation for subsequent upgrades, and can flexibly integrate laser weapons, patrol bomb nests, anti-UAV systems and other new equipment. This hardware platform plus software definition development model to ensure that it can continue to adapt to the next 2 decades of technological change. In contrast, the Type 05 family is limited by its early design, and is approaching the limit of its potential for intelligent upgrades. From a strategic perspective, the upgrading of amphibious combat forces reflects the PLA's leapfrog development of all-area combat capability. The new generation of vehicles not only focuses on traditional landing scenarios, but also strengthens the capability of new combat styles such as littoral urban warfare, island attack and defense, and cross-domain coordination. When the Red Arrow 20 missile from the amphibious platform vertical lift-off through the complex electromagnetic environment accurately hit 20 kilometers away from the target, this Super Horizon Strike ability is redefining the modern amphibious operations of the spatial and temporal dimensions. Perhaps in the near future, we will see is no longer braving the fire of the steel torrent, but based on the information superiority of the implementation of precision killing intelligent combat system. And this is China's new generation of amphibious armored car family to bring the world's most profound revelation.